easy.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Set, red 83!
Welcome to the Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the Locker Room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Josh Hennig, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick, and Nikki Earnshaw as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. And Josh, man, this is what we play for, Josh.
Isn't it wild that we're actually here? Like, I mean, if you would have talked to people after the loss in Tampa, you would have thought the season was over. And yet 3-4 months later, Dave Klemick, here we are.
Here we are.
You know, and it's an exciting time for me. I feel like, because, you know, I was a Kansas City Chief.
Yeah.
And I ran through that tunnel, and I looked at 70,000 fans at pre-game sometimes. And I go, you guys would love those fans if you were there. But I love the Eagles. I used to wear a Randall Cunningham jersey around as a kid. This is the most exciting day of the year.
I was thinking about you. You're in a dilemma, man. You play for the Chiefs, but you're an Eagle in your heart, right?
Schweiner, he's not in a dilemma. He's in a win-win situation,
lose, right?
Yeah.
And Nikki Earnshaw, good to see you. We spent the whole week together.
It was a lot of Schweim.
Radio Row in New Orleans. How crazy was that?
That was unbelievable. It was a lot of Schweim this week, that's for sure. Maybe too much Schweim for some may say. But it was unbelievable. We had so many interviews. We played a lot of them yesterday. We'll probably play a few more today. But it was a who's who event down there. We had a lot of fun. We were running around like madmen throughout the whole time in the New Orleans Convention Center. So it was crazy. It's great to be back, and we're just hours away from kickoff, Schweiner.
You know what, Dave, Nick, and Josh, you know what I wrote in my article on 973ESPN.com that Josh edits, because it wasn't for Josh, my article wouldn't be published. That being said, with every passing former athlete that we talk to, as the day build up, we're pumped up for this big game. I'm totally pumped.
Yeah, I am too. I think everyone is. You can feel it. Even the Sixers, they even sent out a tweet early this morning. They were on it today. Yeah, they didn't congratulate them after the NFC Championship, but today they were on it.
We got a great show lined up today. We're broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey. Come on down, because I have a lot of great giveaway items courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. Guess what? They're going to be opening up an office, a shop on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures between 8th and 9th Street in Ocean City, courtesy of Johnny D. Maria. We were saying that name all week.
We love Johnny.
We've got the grand prize is going to be the Jalen Hurts jersey, Eagles jersey with the Super Bowl replica signal.
How about this season? How about this? Curcio writes the Bleed Green song this year, and we go to the Super Bowl, right? How about that?
You know what? I got to think it's like an omen.
Yeah,
right.
It's on this show.
He debuted on this show.
Me?
We were at La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Of course, Rob La Scala owns the Chicken or the Egg and La Scala's. But we played that in October.
Yeah, now guess what?
Catching fire.
He at 1 million on his socials. He's at 1 million on the views on that thing right now. Hit the 1 million today.
Come on down to the Chicken or the Egg. We got great giveaway items. We got Bleed Green. Kenny Kersey is going to perform Bleed Green for us in and out of breaks. And we got a great show lined up today. We're going to be talking with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Scott's been at Radio Row with us all week, but he actually went to the hotels where both teams are staying and got a lot of interviews with the players. So we'll talk to him about that. And then, of course, our fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley.
He's down there.
He's down with Jimmy and Jeff Thomas in New Orleans.
Yeah, and they called me asking for Vince Papale's number. I'm like, I reluctantly am going to give you guys this number. I think you're going to use it too much.
But Vince isn't there.
He's not there.
Yeah,
he lives in Jupiter, though.
Yeah.
So he's close there.
So the Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl 59. First of all, I can't believe it's Super Bowl 59, number one. And number two, the Eagles are this is their 5th appearance in a Super Bowl. That's amazing.
Yeah, and they got to win another one. I mean, we need to get another ring today, Schweiner. I mean, I can't fathom another loss in a championship. There's been too many over the past couple of years, but this team, it just feels special. You got a gut feeling about this team with the way they played. Saquon leaving the Giants. Thank you, Giants fans, by the way, for Saquon Barkley. That has been fantastic. So that's been amazing. The defense going from worst to first. There's just so many variables here that tell me I think this is the year. And Bleed Green coming out this year. I mean,
a 2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah, everything's like just falling right into place.
Trust me when I tell you. I mean, I talked to all my teammates and everything like that. Eddie Kennison the other day we've had on the show. Dante, he hasn't been on the show. He's supposed to be on the show, but everybody's going. This team has all. They're stacked. We're completely stacked.
Yep.
The only thing that we don't have is Patrick Mahomes. And sorry. We just don't. He is just on another level when it comes to championship level play. It is like a medical world anomaly. They're going to study his brain years after he is done playing, or how he's able to pull this stuff off.
Hey, Dr. Dominic Mariani's in the house.
Dr. Dom.
Pensacola Spine and Rehab. So listen, we're going to break down this game. The Eagles do have a better 53-man roster, top to bottom. Everybody's been saying that, and I've talked to several people that think the Eagles are going to win and win big.
Yeah, it's one. So here's where I think it's going to happen. It's either going to be very close, and it's going to come down to the last drive, or the Eagles are going to beat them pretty good. That's the only way it's going to go. It's not going to go the opposite.
My buddy Zeus, who's doing a good run, he's taking the Eagles, I think, plus 11 or minus 11.
Who? PJ.
Yeah,
Mr. Negadelphia. He's Mr. Posidelphia.
But Zeus is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He texted me last night.
Wow.
He won. I think he won like $6,000 against the Commanders. So I mean, let's ride him, and if he might know something.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you just got to look at the rosters, and if you look at the way the Patriots used to set themselves up, they don't care. They could spend less money on the receivers. They could get little white dudes from Monmouth College and guys at Edelman that played quarterback in college. Doesn't matter. He's going to make them look good, and that's what Patrick Mahomes can do. But the Eagles roster is just stacked. This is maybe the most athletic team I've ever seen ever.
The Eagles are ranked on offense, number 8 overall, number 1 in total defense. The Chiefs are ranked 16 overall in offense and 9 total defense. So they're right there, but they have the X factor, and it's Patrick Mahomes
and the head coach. I would give him the edge on the head coach too as well. So, listen, this is going to be a dogfight today. The over/under's at 49. I'm reluctant to take the under, but a lot of smart people are taking the under in this ball game. I just feel like this is going to be a battle-tested game to the end, Schweiner.
And you know what? Like 2 weeks ago when we played the Washington Commanders, who would have thought we would have hung 55 on them? I mean, think about that. I mean, everybody's like, this game's going to be close. It wasn't. I mean,
we're healthy.
Made mockery of that crucial contest.
We're healthy, too, which is a team that's
there was
athletic.
a rumor floating around in the reports, right, Nick, during Super Bowl Radio Row Week, that the Eagles, the flu has been going through the Eagles.
Yeah.
So that could be something we got to keep our eye on.
I think they'll have some fluids. Yeah,
couple
okay.
of cramps here and there, calf cramps.
Get the vitamin C pills going.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
We had a question yesterday on the text board. It was like, who is the X factor? Who's the one guy that's going to stand out, could possibly be the MVP? Nick, we picked Zach Baun.
Zach Baun.
We gave away the Super Bowl program and a winter hat to Mark. He won it. And did you see the post the next? A couple people said they thought they had the better answer. Did you see that by any chance?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But I think that's a pretty solid pick because the linebackers been playing really well. Now we lost to Kobe Dean, I get it, but the backup is playing.
Warren Burks.
Burks is playing real well.
Well, you also have to remember the Eagles struggled against Zach Ertz in the Commanders game. I get it; some of it was garbage time, but they were leaving a lot of green grass over the middle of the field, allowing Zach Ertz to get those catches. He had 11 catches for over 100 yards. That's something to watch for in this ball game. And remember, they have Travis Kelce. I know he hasn't been the Travis Kelce of old this year, but that is an X factor. If those linebackers can't cover over the middle and like GJs of the world, they have to protect that middle of the field.
I will say I think that's a little bit of an overestimation there because when you go back and rewatch the game, you notice that the linebackers' assignments were not always the tight end. And as Dave knows, you got to go with who you're assigned to. You know, a lot of those coverages were zone coverages where they were letting the tight end go over because they had other assignments out there. So I'm going to assume that the Eagles will not give Kelce the same latitude they gave Ertz.
Yeah, I'm with you because to an extent, but remember, they had Terry McLaurin, so that's why they had those other assignments. They had other receivers that you had to worry about. Travis Kelce's the main guy. Yeah. So that's something you have to contain during this game.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. Come on down. We got Kenny Curcio. He's going to perform a Bleed Green, get us pumped up for the game. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to the closing to the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call immediately, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Josh Henning, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemick, and Nikki Earnshaw as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Super Bowl 59 is on Westwood One.
The Philadelphia Eagles are headed to New Orleans.
Now the Chiefs are on the doorstep of history, going for a third consecutive Super Bowl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Grant. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Laura Oakman, Gene Steratore, Devin McCourty, and me for all the action right here.
Exclusively on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's home of Super Bowl 59.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Looking for the perfect party venue? Go-karting at New Jersey Motorsports Park is the ultimate haven for thrilling group experiences. Perfect for birthdays, team building, and bachelor parties. Race around the outdoor track, then take a swing at axe throwing or dive in the private pool. Top off the occasion with delicious catering from the Finish Line Pub. Experience the thrill of high-octane excitement at New Jersey Motorsports Park, located in Millville. Book now at njmp.com. That's njmp.com.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Every bet you place brings you closer to the perks only Caesars can offer. So download the app using the promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 or older. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned is bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. And we're listening to Bleed Green by Kenny Curcio as we get ready and get pumped up for the Super Bowl 59 already, Josh.
I'm so glad it's finally here. I mean, talking about this game for 2 weeks has been kind of like exasperating because, you know, I'm sitting there back in studio listening to you guys all week, and there's nothing more annoying for a guy who spends his entire life researching sports than listening to people ask questions or give answers that are not 100% accurate. It's absolutely maddening. So I'm glad I'm done with that part of my life.
But everybody's having fun out there. And Dave, I don't know how you feel about this, but as a former player, do the players like that 2-week break, or they want to have that game right away?
No, you need the break
so
you can heal up a little bit. Everybody's giving a max effort all the time at the playoff level. It's like amplified during that time, so you need the break. And then there's a lot of, all your family calls you. Yeah. Everybody's on you. Only time I ever went was 2003 when we went to the playoffs. But I remember that whole process was amplified. And we didn't go to the Super Bowl. But everybody in there everyone's just family-oriented usually. You know what I mean? So you have everyone's coming down to see you. It's a little bit of a distraction, but they try to block that from you as much as possible, but it's still a distraction.
No, we had interviewed tons of people.
So many
people at Radio Row. And a lot of times I would ask them about how big of a distraction is being in the big game. And to a man, everybody's saying, you got to block it out. You got to stay focused. But I don't care who you are. It's got to affect you. You're in the Big Easy, and there's the whole world's watching.
The one distraction we have right now is that Saquon Barkley's wife has had some, pretty weird tweets that have come out, that are bringing out right now just to distract them. And they bring it out right now, just like they do things before the election. If you guys have seen those tweets.
October surprise.
Yeah, they keep throwing those things out there, and it's nothing that's, going to distract Saquon Barkley. It's stupid.
If we think that's going to distract Saquon Barkley, then we don't really respect the guy as a professional.
Let's talk about some of the players on the Eagles offense that we're looking at. A.J. Brown, he had a monster game against the Washington. Commanders. A couple weeks before that, he was reading a book on the sidelines. What kind of game we're going to see from him today?
Well, that matchup between him and Trent McDuffie is going to be huge. We have two of the superstars of the league playing against each other, and it's going to be, both are going to love to take on that challenge. So if you see him active early, I wouldn't be surprised by that. We should see a lot of activity on screen passes, slant in routes, that they feed him a ton on. We should see that early.
Well, I'm going to challenge Dave on his challenging point because last year Trent McDuffie was arguably the best nickel in all of football. So now you're taking a guy this year whose best skill set is in the slot and putting him on the outside against a guy who has the best target to catch ratio on single coverage in the NFL. I don't think Trent McDuffie can cover A.J. Brown at all. I think this is a major mismatch for the Eagles.
So he can probably on in breaking routes is where that you cannot cover A.J. Brown because of his size and his strength. He can cover him deep. So I think you're going to see him on screen passes, slant routes, in breaking routes, and choice routes. That's where you're going to see it.
All right,
Post
so
him up.
Nick Earnshaw and I get down to Radio Row, and we're standing around just watching everything and taking it all in. And I ran into Shari Williams from Channel 6 Action News. And while Mike Gill and the Sports Bash and Scott Grayson, Jeff Mosier, they were doing the show, I'm looking around. I see Shari Williams from Action News and getting the flavor because she's been giving reports all week long from the Big Easy. So I said, Shari, may I get a word with you? We'll have a little interview going here. And so let's go ahead, Danny, back in the studio, play my little interview with Shari Williams from Action News. We're here with Shari Williams from Channel 6 Action News, and we're here at Radio Row, and the Eagles are playing the Chiefs on Sunday. And Shari, thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, good to see you, and it's wonderful to be in New Orleans, especially with our birds being here.
I've been watching the coverage on you in Action News, and you look like you're having so much fun down here.
How can you not have fun in the Big Easy? New Orleans knows how to pull it together. They're always partying, and they're so welcoming, and there's just so much to see and do. We're trying to jam it all in.
I flew down here on Tuesday, but the flights are they're added flights. All the airlines. There's going to be a lot of Philadelphia, Delaware Valley people down here.
Yeah, as they should be. I mean, we're starting to be in this big game a little more regular than usual, but it's still such a freshness and such a draw for the Philadelphia fans. It's just that type of fan base that wants to go wherever the team goes. And if they go all the way, why not, as a fan, come all the way to support them?
And it'll be a big party in Philadelphia if the Eagles do win. Shari, what do you notice when you're down here? What's the one thing that you're picking up, the vibe that you feel in this city for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, so one thing about it, they're happy we're here. They really are glad to see Eagles Green coming in by the day. It just keeps growing, the amount of fans that we see coming in. And the vibe is just like excitement, the anticipation. This city it's a city that has been through a lot in the last month.
Yeah.
And so they are not taking anything lightly as far as making sure that people are here to enjoy themselves, that they can have a safe time. And I think really we're just going to see more and more Eagles fans get here and more Eagles chants for sure.
Well, we enjoy your coverage. I love that. I watch Action News all the time, so I'm a big fan. And thank you so much, and let's go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds, and thanks for all you do, Billy, over at ESPN. We appreciate you, and of course, Action News is glad to be here, and we can't wait to see more of the fans.
Now, Nick Earnshaw, that New Orleans, have you ever been down to New Orleans, Josh?
Why are you asking me?
Well, no, have you been to New Orleans, Dave?
No.
Let me tell you, Nick, tell our listeners, that's a great spot venue for a big game like this.
Yeah.
Everything's centrally located.
Yeah, this is the 11th time, I believe, that they're hosting the Super Bowl. It's perfect. Everything's pretty walkable.
Right?
You can walk to everything. And they know what they're doing down there, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a great spot for the Super Bowl. Now, this is the second time in Eagles history they're playing in a Super Bowl in New Orleans.
1980.
1980 was the last one. Didn't go so well. So let's get to 500 in New Orleans.
Well,
How
I think
about
it even
that?
better. The last time the Super Bowl was in New Orleans was, here's the important analogy, okay? Because I know what Billy's thinking. Billy's a fan. Oh, no, they lost in New Orleans, right?
God, I know what you're going to say.
But it was the Ravens-49ers game. That was the game where the lights went out, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, who played in that game? Ray Lewis. What was Ray Lewis coming back from? A torn tricep. And he had that
Oh, is that
special,
right?
he had that special
look at
armor
Josh
on
did
his
his
arm,
homework.
which is the
Whoa.
same injury, the same brace
out.
that Brandon Graham will be wearing in today's game.
See-
and who won that game?
The Ravens.
See, this is
Yeah,
why you
how
keep
about
Josh
that?
around.
That's
He's a
right.
historian.
Not only does he
It's a
do
great
it, Mr.
stat.
Do-It-All.
That's
he
insane.
How about this? The Eagles are 5-0 this year on AstroTurf.
That's true.
How about that, Josh? Huh?
Also, they
Come
have
on,
the.
Schweiner's
Also,
bringing it.
guess what? I'll add to that because I saw that stat. The Eagles also have allowed the fewest points per game in the NFL on AstroTurf this season.
Yeah. So all the stars are starting to line up. Nicky Earnshaw.
Oh, you're getting me more pumped, Schweiner. I mean, all these stats, like we got it. It's in the writing. The cards are there. I mean, it's got to happen, right? The rematch. Remember the last time they had a rematch against a so-called GOAT? They won with the backup quarterback. They're going to do it this time.
He's bringing up Foles again.
After this game, they should retire his number.
There we go.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. Come on down. When you get in here, fill out a ticket because I got great giveaway items courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They're excited to announce the opening of their 15th store location coming soon to the Ocean City Boardwalk, located between 8th and 9th Streets, directly across from the famous Music Pier. Pro Image Sports will showcase their unique selection of officially licensed sports team hats, jerseys, clothing, accessories, items for men, women, and kids. Choose from famous brands like New Era, 47 brand, Starter, and others. For more information on this and everything else they have, go to fantreasures.com. I want to thank Johnny DiMaria. And come on down here where Kenny Curcio is performing Bleed Green. This song,
Dude.
I mean, this is a great song.
I dance
I
and
mean,
get chills to this song. And we
awesome.
debuted it right here. How cool is that?
Yeah, I love it. AJ, let me do it real quick with you, Dave. Devontae Smith. They're talking. Now his injury. He was listed on the injury as he has a hamstring tweak. Is that just precautionary, you think, or do you think he's hampered by that?
So hamstring pulls are the worst for speedy guys like Devontae Smith. You have 3 grades. You got 1, 2, and 3. 1 is like a week long, and if he had a week, he should be okay. Maybe 2 weeks. He should be okay. He will be reluctant to see him go deep, though. You'll see that they'll kind of hinder him there, or tell him to go 3/4 speed, kind of on some of those deep routes. So,
all right, John,
really quick, Devonta Smith has 3 of his 5 best games all time against D. Spagnuolo.
Really?
Yes.
Let me ask you another injury question. Jurgens, or you think what's his status? I mean, do we actually know what was wrong with him?
Well,
just a lower
back.
Well, there's 2 questions.
Well,
okay?
yeah, but they don't.
It was his lower back. It was tightening up, and you know Dave knows how this works. You know they put the pad on you, they do the massage on you, they work it out. Here's the deal. As I wrote about 973ESPN.com on Friday, the only players with an injury designation was Brandon Graham.
Right.
But as soon as he was cleared yesterday from the injured reserve, we know he's good to go. Jurgens, Dickerson, Smith, none of them had an injury designation on Friday. So everyone is good to go. Now my favorite part, though, is, and Dave knows how this works, because, so poor Nick Gates, he's been on this team all year. He's brought in to be the backup center, right? They suddenly give him an injury designation on Friday. On Saturday, they put him on injury reserve so they can activate Brandon Graham. The poor guy hasn't played all year, and it's like for the Super Bowl, oh, by the way, we're going to put you on injury reserve.
Well,
he'll get a ring.
We're getting ready. We're getting ready for Super Bowl 59. What's kickoff? 6:30 tonight, Josh?
6:35, I believe.
6:35. All right, let's get ready because on the other side, we're going to talk with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Scott was down at Radio Row all week, so we'll talk to him on the other side. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody has heard about La Scala's Beach House. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, who Nick loves, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with Scott Grayson. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Josh Henning, Dave Clemick, Nikki Earnshaw as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg right here in Marlton, New Jersey on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Clemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Clemick sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Hope you're all enjoying this great classic rock. This is the music to get you going no matter what you need to do. And for the ones who get it done, Grainger offers high-quality supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product specialists who have the knowledge and experience to answer your toughest questions. Plus, their commitment to being your safety partner can help keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done while listening to classic rock.
Romanelli's Garden Cafe in Galloway is now 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar. The countdown to their grand opening on February 21st is on. Join them for a huge celebration featuring live entertainment, signature cocktails, chef-inspired bites, and exclusive specials. Plus, enter to win a $100 dining experience at 279social.com. Get ready for an unforgettable experience of bold flavors and great company. See you soon at 279 Social Kitchen and Craft Bar.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles pregame show. Super Bowl 59. Kickoffs at 6:35 and we're getting ready. We're listening to Bleed Green. Kenny Curcio performing this. Eagles getting pumped up for the game today, Dave Clemick.
Oh, man, you see me dancing around this place. My daughter's here. My best friend Chris from Marshall from growing up is right over here. He drove all the way up from Summers Point. I'm so pumped.
All right, we're going to be giving away. We got great giveaway items today, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. All you have to do is fill out a raffle ticket at the front where the girls are there at the hostess desk, and you'll be eligible to win. We'll call out the winners at about 11:45, 11:50 today. We'll give them out. Now it's time to get the keys to the game with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market, Devotion City. They're located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good friend, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott Grayson.
Good morning. I just saw a couple of you clowns in New Orleans a few days ago.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, we went to Bourbon Street that last night. You were on Bourbon Street. We went Thursday night. Place is nuts.
It's gotten even, you know what, listen to this. I had one of my colleagues at Fox 29 had tweeted out this morning that they've greased the poles on Bourbon Street.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shenanigans tonight, yeah.
I heard it was like 75% Eagles fans down there. I heard it was like completely dominated by Eagles fans.
I left a little later than Nick and Billy. As we were getting out of town yesterday, there were a lot more Eagles fans pouring in. I believe that, and I think we will be able to hear on the broadcast tonight perhaps a little bit of that lopsidedness with some of the cheering and the way that the fans behave inside the Superdome. I think you're going to notice it.
Well, no. Sorry. Chiefs fans are really nice, by the way. They're super nice.
They are.
The Eagles fans are really mean. There's like, I had to get used to that being out in Kansas City. I didn't understand that. Why was everyone so nice to each other out here? I mean, my best friends, right? All we do is make fun of each other growing up. I didn't get it.
When we were on Bourbon Street, Scott, Nick, Mike, Pete, and I ran into a bunch of Chiefs fans, and they were very nice.
They're
right?
so
They
nice.
were talking to us.
You can't hate them. They're so nice.
In the lead up to the game, you get a lot of everybody's just so great, happy to be there and excited for the week. Today it starts changing.
All right, Scott, you were down with Radio Row all week, but you did a lot. You were at the Eagles Hotel. You got to interview a lot of the players. Talk to us a little bit about what you learned while you were talking to Saquon Barkley, Jordan Mailata, et cetera, et cetera.
One of the biggest things I loved this week that we learned was about Saquon Barkley and how much he worked on the mental side of things, even leading up to the season. Admitted that he had been talking to a therapist and how important that was in his success this year, just to have his mind right. And I think that sometimes gets overlooked with these players. We kind of laugh about inner excellence, right, and what it meant to A.J. Brown, but that was his way of mentally making sure he stayed focused and in the right place. I thought that was good. All week, every time I talked to Brandon Graham, he was playing. We now know he's obviously been activated off of IR. He will play in this game tonight, barring some kind of pregame setback that nobody's expecting here. There was the issue of Jalen Carter not being available to media because of illness. We kind of followed that around, but ultimately he was fine, and I think he's going to have a monster game tonight. And I think just being around the guys, the biggest thing that I like to see is how are they handling what is Super Bowl week? How are they handling the vibe? How are they, because I think 2 years ago, and we talked about this on Radio Row this week, 2 years ago, I thought Jalen Hurts was getting irritated with how many times he had to be in front of the media. He looked much more calm and understanding of what that was. And I think that is really going to help him go out and play the game tonight. And again, I think the guys understand what the game itself is going to be like tonight with the atmosphere, playing on this stage, what the extended halftime means, what it's like to deal with it. All of that, I think the Chiefs benefited from 2 years ago, and now that's more of a level playing field in that these guys understand what that is like this time around too.
Scott, you were talking about how, these guys and in the mental side of the game, and I think we don't talk about that enough because I think there's still a lot of misinformation, misconceptions about how that impacts people. But doesn't it almost seem like this team wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Nick Sirianni taking that CEO role and connecting with the players, and A.J. Brown reading his book, and Saquon seeing the therapist. Like it almost feels like this team wouldn't be here if all of those elements didn't come together.
I mean, everything had to come together. You're right, Josh. And the first 4 weeks, I think, had to be what they were for this team then to get together in the bye week and start moving this thing in the right direction afterwards. A lot of the team unity was fed off of some of that, adversity that they went through. And one of their biggest strengths, I believe now, is the chemistry, the unity. It feels very much like it was when they won back in 2018, Super Bowl 52. I think that's a lot of the kind of vibe that I'm getting from these guys. And you're right, they needed to go through all of that to get where they are now. But I feel this team's really focused on what they need to do. One thing I forgot to mention, I did talk to Jake Elliott, who I think could have a very big role in this game tonight. At some point, he's going to have a big kick to make, whether it's an extra point or a field goal. He just talked to me about how confident he is, and it meant a lot to him the way that the team and the coaching staff has remained confident in him. So I expect that he's going to have a good game tonight, despite, I know, a lot of fears and worries out there amongst the fans after what you've seen out of Jake at times this year.
Scott, we had a lot of fun on Radio Row. It was so much fun. And we talked about this with Brandon Graham, right? He gets activated last night. We were talking about it during the week. What can people expect out of BG in the lineup tonight? He's probably going to be limited, but what can fans expect?
I think he's going to have a limited role, but what is that role, right? I think it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, or maybe even, any kind of really true pass rushing situation. I think they run him out there. So what are we looking at? Maybe 10 snaps, right? But all it took was one very meaningful one back in Super Bowl 52 for him.
Yep.
I thought one of the more interesting things, Nick and Billy, that we had this week was with Dr. Chow on there. Just kind of talking about where he's going to have or feel the issues. I think if I'm the Chiefs and I see BG come out there, I think long and hard about running right at him and making him have to make a tackle with that tricep and testing that the first time I see him out there. Because he's in there to pass rush. It's a lot easier for him to do that with that arm that way and using his other one to help. And everything else, his legs are fine. We know that, right? That's not the issue. So I think if I'm the Chiefs, I'm pushing him into an uncomfortable spot when I see him come out there. But I'm looking for BG to be out there, maybe 10 snaps, whenever they get in a second and extremely long or a third and like I said, especially a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 and longer, I see BG come out there. Which, look, it's not nothing. It'll help Nolan Smith stay fresher. It'll help Josh Sweat perhaps stay fresher. I feel that he's going to be able to rotate in occasionally.
Scott, hey, my big question is, and this is where I think the Eagles have a lot of advantages coming into this game. The one thing that the Eagles are going to have, maybe two, but the one thing is like an X factor, is how comfortable do they feel right now? Do you feel like they're tight? Or do you feel like they're loose, they're having fun? Because you know that the Chiefs are going to come out and they're just having fun. That is what is the hardest thing to beat about that team, is they're enjoying themselves. They're playing ring around the rosy. They're doing no-look passes. He's throwing pass behind his back. This is what they're going to do. So it depends how tight they are. That can affect their play. What's your take after seeing them down there?
I really feel like they are loose. One of the more impressive things to me was watching the rookies, Dave. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean this week. From opening night where they were just that is, when I tell you it's a circus, that's an understatement. I mean, it is nuts. And the way that they were remaining calm, they did not look like deer in headlights to me. Cooper DeJean especially was really loose. Here's a guy coming from a town of less than 1,000 people, and now he's going to be playing on the world's biggest sports stage, right? And then even during the week, they were still loose. And Quinyon's a little tighter just in general. But I did not see him being out of his element at all. I think those guys are going to be more than ready for the moment tonight. And the rest of the team, as well. I look forward to today hearing the stories about who spoke to the team. I'm expecting Brandon Graham to be the Jason Kelsey this year and give the passionate speech last night in the hotel room before they kind of broke for the final time. I think that's going to be fun to hear, how they were in that moment and how they come forward from that. But, to your point, Dave, the Chiefs have so much experience out here. They are used to this. And I think the Eagles from 2 years ago, the ones that are back here again, really gained a lot of that perception and that understanding of of how to handle it. Because one of the things I remember hearing from a lot of players who played in this game, you cannot get too high early in the week or you have a hard time ramping back up on game day.
Perfect answer.
Yeah, we lost you there, Scott.
It's a lag, that's all.
Oh. All right. So we're talking with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, as we do each and every Sunday throughout the football season. This is our last Keys to the Game with you, Scott, and we really appreciate having you on with us all football season. You're a good luck charm.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It didn't work the first 4 weeks, right?
All right, give us your keys to the game today, Scott.
So obviously, I've said it, and I'm not changing it for superstitious reasons, as well as I think it's just been the number one key by far. Don't turn the ball over. You cannot give Kansas City extra possessions. You cannot give them a shorter field. They cannot afford to turn the ball over. They've got to win that turnover battle. Just at least don't lose it, right? On the other side of the ball, I just want to see this defense try to, Jalen Carter, it starts with him. Win his battles up front. We talked about it this week on Radio Row. Caliendo as a replacement on the offensive line is a very vulnerable place to really maybe win some battles on the line. I need to see those guys making Mahomes move. Now, I get worried about him when he gets out of the pocket because when he ad-libs and Travis Kelce seems to be on the same brain cell as him, you've got to have two guys on Travis Kelce today too. So my second key is to have two guys on Travis Kelce and don't give Mahomes that security blanket that he's used to having. Make him find a different one somewhere else. All right. The game is I just need Jake Elliott to make his kicks when given the opportunities. I don't need this game to start getting funky with scores because he's missed an extra point or misses a 30 or 40-yard field goal that he's got to make. If Jake Elliott comes to play tonight and is consistent and makes his kicks, then and the Eagles don't turn it over, I think they've got the better roster, guys. I really do. I think they win tonight. I'm saying 30-23. I said that earlier in the week, and I'm sticking with it.
23, Scott Grayson for a big Eagles win. Scott, we really appreciate you all season long with your keys to the game. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Let's go, Birds, and can't wait to see you again.
I loved it, guys. It was fun hanging out with you. Dave, you got to get down there because I got to tell you, there is nothing like Schweimer. It's an experience.
I can attest to that.
I'll be there next year.
There is nobody
these guys
like
are
him.
instigators. All right, Scott Grayson, thank you so much. Let's go, Birds. There he is. There he is, Scott Grayson. Brought to you by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. What do you say? Big time to me?
Yeah, because you would tell everyone who turned you down for an interview, you'd be like, they big time me.
It's your go-to line, Billy.
Well, I got to tell you, this year was my second year.
Yep.
Last year was my first year. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to interact. I was more observing. This year, I was more comfortable in my skin. And you got blown off too by a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And that happens. But by and large, most guys that you come up, you talk to, they give you their time.
You guys did a great job. I'm telling you, you guys did a great job.
On the other side, I have an interview with Andre Reed, 4-time Super Bowl participant. He never won one.
Hall of Famer, though.
Hall of Famer. So I asked him about how do you handle that?
They lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Insane.
That'll be on the other side.
To Denver, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right?
First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you at 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Josh Hennig, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Clemick, and Nikki Earnshaw as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles pregame show right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Oubre has it again. This time he fires. It's good. He nailed it. A triple from the right side by Oubre.
It's Sixers Bucks later today. Coverage begins at 1:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund has belonged to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Leonard Skinnard. Live in concert. Friday, May 30th, 9 p.m. Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Celebrating 50 years of Leonard Skinnard. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Leonard Skinnard.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. I just can't believe it, man. We're at the Super Bowl. It's just, I mean, this is so cool.
I mean, who would have thought 2 out of 3 years they'd be in the big game? Like, who would have thought?
Josh, now the Eagles, this will be their 5th appearance in the Super Bowl. And 1980, they've been a little spread out.
Sure.
But the last 4 have been, recently. To me, it doesn't get old. Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't get old. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine like the Patriots. How many times did they appear? in a row.
Oh, Lord.
They didn't win 3 in a row, but they appeared in 3 in a row.
Well, they won 3 in 4 years the first time.
Yep.
And then they beat the Seahawks. They beat the Falcons. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Rams. So, they were, what was that, like 7, 8 times they win?
So, like, when I went to Jacksonville in 2004, I remember the Philly fans. Remember, that was the first time they'd been in since 1980. And everybody at the landing, it was Wednesday, Thursday, it was all green. It was all sea of Eagles players. The Patriots fans didn't come in until Friday.
Yeah, and I saw just this week they were replaying Bill Belichick. He was playing some bulletin board material of the parade route that Philadelphia was planning in 2004. That was pretty crazy.
So what happened, they showed, they broke down the whole thing. I was watching Inside the NFL because Belichick's part of it. They said on Saturday night, he showed the players.
All the Patriots.
All the Patriot players. The parade route is like, they were already planning a parade.
Yep.
He's like, this game hasn't even been played yet. And like you can see the guys, they were actually like pissed.
Dave,
the players were mad.
I'm planning a parade right now too.
Don't give them bulletin board material, slime.
No, but I mean, I know the players don't think of that. You guys are concentrating.
You got to do a job. Right. I mean, you guys, this from the player perspective, you got to punch the clock every day. It's a job. I remember going in and calling it work. I was like,
going to work.
I got to go to work. And I was like, this is weird. I'm still playing football. You know what I mean? And I was calling it work for a long time. And I said, guys, Jared Allen's being inducted to the Hall of Fame, right? We and him used to go to work together.
Is that right?
In 2004. And I remember I had to pick him up a couple times because he had been partying too much the night before. And I'll bet you he'll remember those times exactly if you ask him. I'll probably try to go to watch him get inducted this year.
Josh, give us that stat again about the induction into the Hall of Fame. Eric Allen just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Listen to this.
So when the Eagles won that year, Brian Dawkins was put into the Hall of Fame. Was the last time an Eagle was put into the Hall of Fame and the Eagles in the Super Bowl at the same time. The Eagles won the last time. When the Eagles have been in the Super Bowl and Eagle has not been inducted, they have lost.
Wild. That was cool.
Nick's giving me a hard time. He's calling me a Jalen Hurts fan now.
You are a big Jalen Hurts fan now. You and Negadelphian.
Look, he's very important to this team, and guess what?
I've been telling you that all year.
But Nick, I was providing stats. I was just showing you the stats.
I heard Grimes say that yesterday.
And Mahomes and Hurts, they're almost identical stats.
Stats without context is the problem, though.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles pregame show. We got great giveaway items. Come on down. We'll be giving them out at courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, Johnny DiMaria. We're broadcasting live. You got to come on down to the Chicken or the Egg. Get you ready for the Eagles and the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, Josh Henning, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Clemick, and Nikki Earnshaw as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg right here.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a great after party. Join us in huge heated tents where there will be great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the awards ceremony. The party is not just for the runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 15th at JFK on the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon. That's Saturday, February 15th at JFK on the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Any day you could do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
Are you ready, South Jersey? As the birds soar to the big game, Broadleys is here to keep your home comfort in the game. Don't let a broken heater or leaky pipe ruin your celebration. Call Broadleys Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for fast, reliable service you can trust. Just dial 609-390-3907 or visit Broadleys.net. Go Birds and go with Broadleys, your hometown plumbing and heating champs since 1911.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to the Fanatics Sportsbook. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
There's a place where you can come as you are, see how it's made, and why we make it. You'll explore roads less traveled, steal a few moments, and slow down the clock. Then just kick back and stay a while. It's time to get away close to home in South Jersey. Head to visitsouthjersey.com to plan your trip today. We'll see you down the road.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back in the chicken and the egg in Marlton, New Jersey. As we're listening, we're getting serenaded by Kenny Curcio doing Bleed Green here as we're getting ready for Super Bowl 59, the Eagles and the Chiefs. Catch all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN, right? Josh?
Well, we got the Sixers coming on at 2 o'clock today, and following the Sixers game, we will be going right into Super Bowl 59 coverage here on 97.3 ESPN. And, Billy, they can listen on the 97.3 ESPN mobile app for free.
There you go.
Download that app. I got it. I mean, just
Great.
Download the app. It's perfect.
All right, as we get ready, we're getting closer to the big game. Now it's time to talk to Mr. Negadelphia, PJ Corda. He's sponsored by the Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Galloway Pool Service. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in Mr. Negadelphia, PJ Corda.
What's up, boys?
Where there? I guess this is just a phone call.
Yeah, it's phone.
Okay. What's up, PJ?
What's up, gentlemen? Sorry, I didn't realize I'm down here in at the Hard Rock in Tampa.
You know that's a Philly staple right there, Mr. Posidelphia.
Yeah, how about that? Nikki's calling you Mr. Posidelphia. What's up with that, PJ?
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, there's not a lot to complain about from last week. But
well, that's good to hear you say that.
I got to tell you, though, a lot of people were talking really positive about Jake. And I got to tell you, our kicking hasn't been that strong. If we were rated just on kicking, we haven't been doing that great. So I'm hoping it doesn't come down to the kicking today.
I am worried. Jake Elliott has not made a field goal past 50 yards this year.
He made one.
He made one.
He's 1 for 8.
1 for 8.
But here's the thing. Hold on. PJ, I got a stat for you. You ready?
Yes.
Did you know the Philadelphia Eagles are 5-0 in the postseason when Jake Elliott misses an extra point?
Well, then he better miss one today.
I'll bet you guys don't know this, but PJ was almost a kicker at Hofstra University.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he was trained by Miro Kessick to be a kicker at Hofstra. He was a soccer player at University of Tampa. Didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that.
PJ, hold on, PJ, you went to Hofstra?
So, yeah, I went there for graduate.
Let a Chiefs fan walk in. He played for the Chiefs. So, PJ, yesterday you...
Hold on. I need the answer for PJ.
I didn't hear what you said.
PJ, you went to Hofstra?
I did. I went to graduate school up there.
Were you up there when Wayne Corbett was up there?
Wayne Corbett? That's a name from the past.
No, I wasn't. But his legend lived on because I used to drink at one of his bars up there all the time.
Sorry, I had to engage with some Hofstra information
That
here.
is really cool. All right, PJ, yesterday gave us a prediction of 38-20. You got the Birds winning this game. When Nick and I were at Radio Row this week, we had an opportunity to talk with Andre Reed. Now, it's interesting because he's from Allentown, Pennsylvania. He played for Buffalo. He was in 4 Super Bowls, Andre Reed was. So we're going to keep you on while we play this interview with Andre Reed.
Talking with Andre Reed, longtime Buffalo Bill. Good to see you here at Radio Row.
What up, man? How you feeling?
You guys are breaking my stones about my accent. I don't really have it. I don't have an accent.
I'm from Allentown, PA.
Are you?
So they don't talk like that, but once you get close to Philly, there's people on the street going, hey, what are you doing over here? You shouldn't even be here.
You should hear the people that call into. You should hear the people that call into my show.
I bet.
So, Andre, how cool is it to be here? You know, after your playing days, coming back and seeing all the
man.
guys walking around.
I love it. You know what? Back in 1990, Radio Row was a lot different. There was a lot. There might have been about 5 radio stations here in 1990. Obviously, the years have gone, and this is a mega of everything.
Yeah,
here.
it's
So,
epicenter
of not only this game but sports in general, especially this weekend. Looking forward to this game. It should be a good one.
What are your fondest memories of the 4 Super Bowls that you were in? I know you lost them, but guess what? Think about how hard it is to get there.
I'm just saying, I was there. There's a lot of guys that played a lot of years and didn't even get a sniff of it. So, the average person doesn't look at it that way. I was on the biggest stage. We didn't get it done, but I got a Hall of Fame jacket in the ring too. So.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
How hard is it for the losing team? It must be. You get to the Super Bowl, the Promised Land, and then to lose. I mean, that is heartbreaking.
That's just it's sports. It's like it's like the Olympics, and you're running a race, and you just get nipped by the guy leans a little bit more than you,
right?
And he wins. That's just sports, man. And you try to get back to this game and finish the job. Both these teams are, kind of familiar with each other a little bit from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Some different players here and there, but same coaches almost. I think Sirianni was here 2 years ago too. And Andy Reid. So people always look at the game on the field and say it's the players. But you got to have the 2 guys that are making calls that really put the players in a position to succeed.
Not that I'm trying to prepare. We're a Philadelphia area-based radio station. Not that I'm trying to get prepared for a loss because I think the Eagles are going to win beat the Chiefs. What do you think?
So. I don't make predictions, but obviously I'm surprised I don't have green on because I do want the Eagles to win.
Great. Andre, thank you so much.
You got it, man.
All right, so, he was at the Super Bowl 4 years, 4 times, didn't win. That's got to be difficult to deal with. That's why the Eagles they lost against the Chiefs. This is a revenge game. Dave, we got to win this game.
Well, Andre Reed is a cool story, and is like a dream come true because he went to Kutztown, a PSAC school right there, and it's a Division II school. I coach 3 kids that go to Kutztown right now. Rocco DiBiaso from Mainland just signed with Kutztown. Great school,
did he really?
And their stadium's called the Andre Reed Stadium. So cool thing. I just saw that recently. I didn't know that, but yeah, he was a big hero of mine because I watched him come from a small school, and I love small school guys, dude. I love them. They play with such a chip on their shoulder. He played for 13 years, had 13,000 yards receiving. Come on.
And Mr. Negadelphia, we have a small school player on our team. Could have been rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, he's been lights out back there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, he has. But, I mean, coming back to Reed real quick, I live by this policy. If you're not first, you're last. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? We don't want to go there and come in second. We're not playing for second place here. We want first.
Yeah. Well, me and Nick talked about this on the way over here. I think Quinyon Mitchell is my favorite player on the whole team. He's
really?
done, yeah. The way he's handled himself, and then putting him on the number one receiver every week, and he's shutting everybody down. Unbelievable.
And Dave, why did I say he was my favorite player? Because he's never mentioned on the broadcast.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for a cornerback. It means he's locking down that wide receiver, that top wide receiver, and quarterbacks aren't even throwing his way. So that's why I love Quinyon Mitchell, and I think he's ready for this big stage.
You know what I like about Quinyon Mitchell, too? Dave, he locates the ball. Like a lot of guys, they'll do that face, they'll face guard it or whatever.
Yeah.
He actually
turns
around his head and looks to locate the ball, which that's what you need to do.
Well, that's what you also got to do, because remember, they only throw the flag if you're not playing the ball.
Right.
Every time they throw the flag, it's when the receiver plays the corner plays the receiver instead of the ball.
Got you. So great point. The game of football, a receiver, it's like an art form, and defensive back. You're reading body languages, right? Changes in body language should change your action or reaction, right? And this is a neat juxtaposition you get playing these positions. I could do this all day long. Josh, we have done this on your show. So much fun to watch that happen. You're going to see Quinyon Mitchell get better at this through the years. He's going to get better.
All right, Mr. Negadelphia, PJ Corda, any last thoughts before we let you go?
No, let's go Birds.
Hey, are there people wearing Eagles colors down there in Tampa?
It's all green in Tampa, boys. All green in
Nice,
Tampa.
nice. All right, Mr. Negadelphia, enjoy the rest of the game. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Let's go Birds, and we'll talk to you soon.
Let's go Birds.
There he is, Mr. Negadelphia, PJ Corda, sponsored by the Galloway Pool Service. Not happy with your pool people? Call the Galloway Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Galloway Pool Service. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for tonight's Super Bowl. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call today, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here as we broadcast live from the Chicken and the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles pregame show. Josh Henning, Billy Schwein, Dave Clemick, Nikki Earnshaw live right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
It's universal.
Can I get a root canal instead?
People strongly dislike the process of moving.
Please, anything but moving.
Because let's face it, it's hard. But if you've got to do it, make it as painless as possible.
Moving is a breeze with Clark's Moving and Storage. Use Clark's Moving and Storage for your next local or long-distance move. Visit Clark's Moving and Storage online at clarksmoving.net.
With Target, checking off your Valentine's Day list has never been easier. First, surprise your favorite people with something extra thoughtful, like a soothing candle in a memorable scent, or a decorative picture frame to show off every moment. Both buy one, get one 50% off with Target Circle. And don't forget to treat yourself. Find the sweetest style for your special occasion with 20% off women's dresses now through Friday. This week, find Valentine's gifts for everyone you love, only at Target.
Go get your game on at the Gallery Bar, Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery, go to Fanatic Sportsbook, and go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
We're being serenaded by Kenny Kersey, who's playing Bleed Green as we broadcast live from the Chicken and the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey. We got a crowd here, boy. This is a lot of fun as we get you pumped up for the Eagles versus the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. And Josh Henning, man, it's a great crowd here today, brother.
You know, it's one of those things where I feel like anytime the Eagles make a postseason run, it just brings more and more people out. You know what I mean? Like, Billy, you always talk about how, like, when the local teams do well, it's good for everybody.
All businesses.
You know, a rising tide raises all boats. And I feel like this is an example of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, Dave Klemick, my daughter, she goes to Christ the King school in Haddonfield, and they had a Eagles dress down day like 3 times already during the playoffs. They had one Friday, then they had one Monday. And by the way, Johnny DiMaria from Fan Treasures told me, ready for this? If the Eagles win, here's what he said: if the Eagles win, Fan Treasures will be open till 1 a.m. in the Runnymede store, because you know that everybody's going to be getting swag. And we've got plenty of great Eagles merchandise to give away today. Go to the hostess table and fill out a 50-50 card.
Really quick, review with people what we're giving away today.
So we have Eagles hats. We have an Eagles hat that I'll show this on the StreamYard. It's cool. It's got nice colors.
Yep.
It's Super Bowl with the Eagles emblem. We've got
conference championship hats.
Conference championship hats, T-shirts, and our grand prize is a Jalen Hurts jersey with the Super Bowl crest on it.
For PJ. For PJ.
You guys know. Yes. So yesterday on the show, when Mr. Posidelphia was on the show with Billy, with myself, as well as Grimesy, you know, Billy and PJ were very positive on Jalen Hurts. Very positive. And that hasn't happened most of the year. I've had to talk to them and get a lot of arguments with them. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, Mr. Posidelphia will buy the whole crew Jalen Hurts Super Bowl jersey.
And he's going to get him in Pro Image Sports.
That's another reason why.
Well, you better get it from Pro Image Sports at Fan Treasures.
Has to.
But it's just as fun as it sounds in here, by the way. If it sounds fun, it is. Everyone is dancing here and having a blast. And wearing not just green, but the Kelly green.
Yeah, this is great. All right, listen, how about this stat? Both the Chiefs and the Eagles have good differential, takeaway differentials. Chiefs are +6, the Eagles are +11. And so they've really capitalized on scoring points on the turnover, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, that turnover thing Coach Vermeil brought up to me about 2001. Never heard of it before, or maybe it's been around. I just didn't know about it. When you talk about the turnover differential, that's going to be one of the keys to the game, and it's the exact first thing that Scott Grayson said was, don't turn the ball over, and you can control the clock because we have the better runner.
Eagles are the only team in the postseason who has not turned the ball over. The only team. Even the Chiefs had a turnover against the Bills in the AFC Championship. So keep that in mind. The Chiefs are not some – and Nick, I want to go to you first with this. There has been an attitude by some people that no matter what you say about this game, well, they have Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. And I got to tell you, I don't know how you guys feel. I'm getting tired of people acting like this team is like this invincible force of nature that can't be stopped.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, they have won so many close games this year, one-possession games.
Right.
And they've squeaked by a lot of teams. They have not played a team like the Philadelphia Eagles. No. I'm sorry.
Correct.
They have not. Buffalo was probably their closest competition to what the Philadelphia Eagles are. And this is not a Chiefs team that's been as good as advertised in years past. I mean, there's statistics that tell you they're one of the worst teams with their record of all time, right? So they're still a very good team. I'm not saying that. But they have won so many close games, they could have gone the other way. The Eagles have to keep Patrick Mahomes off of the field. And that is a massive key in winning today's ball game.
So time of possession.
Yep.
What's that mean? Just feed the beast.
Yeah.
Right? Feed Saquon. He only needs 30 yards.
Here's what I think
to break
they should
the all-time
season
record for regular season and playoff games.
I think this is what you may see. You may see Jalen run a little bit more today than he has maybe throughout the postseason, right? And keep the Chiefs' defense off balance.
It's funny you said that because I was listening to Robert Griffin III. He was on Up and Adams show with Kay Adams, and he said that he thinks this talk about Hurts' knee being messed up, he thinks it was all a lie.
Yeah.
He thinks the Eagles were playing games with people, making them think Hurts is injured, when the reality is that he's perfectly fine.
They might let him loose today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they did that. They made this mistake to saying, we're going to shut down Saquon Barkley, and we hung 55 on the Redskins. So I don't think that they're going to have to play a balanced game and they can't focus on one thing because it hurt the Redskins. You're going to learn from the most recent game, too. They're going to watch the most film of that game.
Right.
Well, the problem is everybody's trying to stack the box, and it doesn't matter. Saquon still finds a way because of how good the
why doesn't it
O-line.
matter is what Billy always talks about. What do you always say, Billy?
Big guys beat up on little guys.
The Philadelphia Eagles have the largest offensive line in the NFL. It's almost 1,700 pounds of combined man.
That's a lot of beef. That's a lot of beef.
This guy is on point with the stats today.
He's never heard anything like this before. By the way, here's another little tidbit that I think is so important.
Little nugget?
A little nugget. So it's a Nick nugget. When the offensive line blocks Saquon Barkley or whoever runs Jalen Hurts, they're already 3 yards down the field before they even get touched.
Can I just say really quick, you just reminded me something. My favorite moment of all week with you guys down there in New Orleans, when Kaplan was on, I think it was Thursday, and he says, and he points at Nick, and he says, I got a Vic Fangio nugget for you guys. And I immediately started laughing because for a guy who's an NFL insider to get on the show and literally use Nick's shtick for his point was one of the best moments of the week.
I'll tell you what, he was, every time he would come by, Kaplan was a mover and a shaker, by the way. All around.
Kaplan knows a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. And every time he come back by our table, Nick, you got a nugget? I was like, I don't know if I have any more nuggets for you, Kaplan. My goodness. But
by the way,
it was
Billy,
a great time.
when you left, they had Dan Graziano on Friday. I don't know if you heard that interview, but Graziano and Kaplan, apparently, they've known each other for years. They're just having their own personal conversation in the middle of the interview.
By the way, Terrell Davis had 2,476 yards.
Yep.
That's combined regular season and playoffs. Saquon Barkley is 2,447. So,
and you know what Terrell Davis and Saquon Barkley both have in common? Jalen Hurts is looking to become the only quarterback since John Elway to lose his first Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl later on. John Elway only won a championship when he had Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis, yep. I was at that Super Bowl when the Broncos played the Giants in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl.
You mean the Giants defense basically assaulted John Elway for 4 quarters?
Yeah, and he lost that game. And Mark Navarro was the Giants' tight end, and he had a big day. The tight end, Nick. I think Dallas Goedert. Obviously he's not a Travis Kelce. That being said, he's a good tight end.
We love Goddard. We love Goddard. He's a great tight end.
Who was on the show said that he's just as valuable in the blocking scheme?
He's incredibly valuable in the blocking scheme. I know Greg Cosell talked about it a lot. It's one of those deals where, when you have a tight end who is multi-dimensional. Because, Billy, I'm going to go back to, I'm assuming you were still a kid at this point. But, John Mackey was the first one. He was the first one who did the inline blocking and then would split out as a receiving tight end. And Goddard has developed into that role very well. And you could argue that he may be the most, if you want to be one of those people who puts prop bets on tonight, I'm telling people, take Goddard on the over. Because he has been an essential part of this postseason run, and there's nobody on the Chiefs that's going to cover him.
Not for as long as they, I was going to say, on the flip of Travis Kelce, we can cover him up to a certain amount of time. Right. And then those linebackers get tired of covering, and then that's when Travis Kelce gets open.
Although
he's never the first read.
I don't think the linebackers are going to cover Kelce in this game. I think it's going to be C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Probably,
Because remember, Gardner-Johnson has a background as a nickel corner before he became a safety. Remember Malcolm Jenkins, you talked to him, Billy. Yeah. Malcolm was a corner before he became a safety, and those guys usually have great ball skills, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if there's plays where you see CJ come down to the box and basically shadow Kelce around.
Speaking of shadowing, do you think the Chiefs would put a shadow on Jalen Hurts? Or how about the Eagles? Would the Eagles shadow Mahomes?
If Jalen really gets going in the ground game, I think they'll spy him at some point down the line if they have to make an adjustment. But I don't know starting the game. I don't know if they would have a spy on him to start because they're so worried about Saquon.
Because, let's face it, our complaint, one of our complaints that Jalen Hurts' numbers haven't been, towards the end of the season, he was throwing for 150, 170 yards.
Yeah.
He wasn't turning the ball over.
Correct.
He was protecting the ball, but he wasn't setting the world on fire. Everybody was upset about that, including yours truly. But they realized that he's a threat to run, whether it's a design run or scramble, and maybe the Chiefs might want to do something there.
Honestly, that might play into the Eagles' favor because the Eagles seem less afraid to stick with what works than the Chiefs are. I feel like there are times this year the Chiefs have tried to really get Mahomes to really get the offense going, and they don't have the receivers that get. Andy Reid has to play make guys like Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy open. Like that one play. If you go back and watch the Texans game, right, they had a 3-bunch formation to the right with Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy. And Kelce basically runs like a pick pattern, and it gets Hollywood Brown wide open for that 50-yard gain. They got to play make those guys open. They're not naturally getting opens, whereas the Eagles, they don't care if their guys getting open. If you're going to try to stop A.J. Brown, we're going to go to Saquon. Yeah. If you're going to stop Saquon, we're going to go to Devonta Smith.
That's why, Dave, I think the Eagles have so many weapons. Their offensive line is so big. I think this, like Nick said, the Chiefs haven't played anybody like the Eagles.
I agree with you. And I should have brought this up earlier, but the elephant in the room is everyone talks to me all week long as they call me and go, the Chiefs are going to get every call from the officials. They pay the officials off. It doesn't happen. All right, listen, I'm telling everybody, it doesn't happen. It's not rigged. Everybody that says it, you are losers. You are losers. They're not rigged. It's not rigged, and the refs aren't rigged either. This stuff happens. And if you want to protect the biggest asset in the NFL, which is Patrick Mahomes, good. I don't want a defensive end that is going to play for 2 games this year, never play again, headbutting the best player ever possibly in the league and knock him out of the game. I don't like it.
Can I be a little negative? So,
wow.
The Chiefs in one-score games this year are 12-0. I just want to put that out there.
Well, I think it's going to be a 2-score game.
Yeah, you better hope it's a 2-score. You want the Eagles to get a lead and hold it and keep Mahomes off the field. That's how you are going to beat them. Listen, you got to give them credit. They played a lot of close games. They could have gone either way, but they won all those games.
Yeah, but the Eagles' 2 losses in one-score games, they were circumstantial.
I agree.
Okay?
No, I'm not saying that.
I think when we have to have context for those stats as well. Like I would like to go through each one of those Chiefs games and analyze them. You know what I mean?
What my point is, Josh, is that they play in those close games. They have confidence when the game is in a tight spot.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show. Come on down. We got great giveaway prizes courtesy of Johnny DeMaria at Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. Want to make sure you come on down there, go to the hostess table, and fill out the ticket for an opportunity to win. We'll call out the winners at about 11:50. The first hour for 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for tonight's Super Bowl? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. They opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, live from New Orleans. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Josh Henning, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Clemick, Nicky Earnshaw, as we broadcast live from the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Oubre has it again. This time he fires. It's good. He nailed it. A triple from the right side by Oubre.
It's Sixers Bucks later today. Coverage begins at 1:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years!
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five!
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Every bet you place brings you closer to the perks only Caesars can offer. So download the app using the promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 or older. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned is bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Chicken and the Egg right here in Marlton, New Jersey, for our Eagles pregame show, and we're listening to Kenny Curcio performing Bleed Green. And this song's great, Nick, man. I'm getting pumped up, baby.
Oh, we're getting closer to kickoff, Schweiner. I can't wait.
Let's get that 3-point stance, Clement.
All right. I'll get the 2-point.
All right, now, Nick and I were at Radio Row. Nick and I were at Radio Row in New Orleans. We got back Friday late at night, but now we're going to go to the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the Shore since 44, celebrating their 80th anniversary. That's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru. I'll tell you what, Brian, we're at the Chicken and the Egg at Marlton. The place is packed. We got Bleed Green. Kenny Curcio's performing Bleed Green here, and we're getting all pumped up. I know you're down in the Big Easy. How's it going down there? What's the feeling? Yeah.
Wow.
Now you're down. Who you down? You got Scott Simpson's down there. Who you with? There you go. Now, Scott. Now, Scott Simpson went to the Super Bowl. Ask him, did he go to the 80 Super Bowl? Did he go to the 1980 Super Bowl? All right, so he went. So he better. Scott Simpson better bring us back a win, or else. All right, Guru. Where are you guys sitting? You guys got good seats? You know what, Nick and Dave and Josh, one thing that we'll be able to notice right away, now he said it's 10-1 Eagles, Chiefs fans, but if you can hear the difference, you know what I mean, in the stadium, we'll notice that on television, and that'll be good. That'll be good for the Eagles having that support.
Now you have that momentum. It actually there's some sports science that lends to adrenaline flow because of the crowd noise on your side, so it's going to give them that advantage. So,
all right, Guru, who do you as from like prop bets? Who do you think is a good prop bet for today? So you guys are getting to the stadium rather early. Are you going to go back to Bourbon Street to kill some time? All right, fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. Now it's time for your prediction for tonight's game. 31-27. So you think it's a one-possession game at the end? Brian, I want to thank you so much. It's been a great season. I mean, this run that we've been on is phenomenal. And I really appreciate all the work you did on the broadcast with the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar. Thank you so much, Brian, and we'll do it again next year. Go Birds! There he is, the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley.
I think Brian was getting distracted there. I heard more of the people in the background. I was hearing of him at the end.
They're in New Orleans, while you're driving. When you're not familiar with an area, too, it could be a little confusing. There's a lot of traffic down there, too.
I mean, I'm just saying, you talk about how, what was that line you said that Billy always says?
The line that Billy always says.
There's a few of those.
We're going down the list.
When people were not giving him interviews.
Oh, they're big time in there.
Yeah, but Brian Hartley's big time in you there. He's too busy.
Nick,
too busy for you.
Talk about all the security down there. Remember they had that they had that tragedy
they did.
On New Year's Eve. And when we went to Bourbon Street, Dave, you wouldn't believe it. They had National Guard with their M16s over their shoulders. They had those floodlights. Like the whole Bourbon Street was illuminated.
Yeah, it was very, very different from when I went back in September due to the tragedy. And they had a very beautiful memorial for all the victims of it. And as soon as you walked on Bourbon Street, I mean, the security is going to be insane. I know the president's going to be there today as well, so that's going to enhance it even more. So it's going to be an absolute madhouse down there security-wise. I'm sure traffic's going to be crazy, too. So
can I just say this? And I only say this because I am from the generation, probably the first generation that had, security cameras and, police officers in a high school. To me, shouldn't we have heightened security in public places in general? Shouldn't we have extra lighting in public places anyway? Why do we need a tragedy to do this?
Well, I think I don't want to say they're overdoing it because it was a serious tragedy, but it does. You see the guys with guns over their shoulders. It's kind of you don't want to really see that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
See, that didn't faze me because it's to me, again, maybe I'm part of the generation that grew up.
The presence was overwhelming.
It was very overwhelming down there.
We saw SWAT trucks
Yep.
all over the place, blocking almost every intersection.
Yep.
I mean, I would say I would feel safer in those situations.
Well, you definitely
do.
You do feel safer.
But it didn't feel like Bourbon Street like it did in the past.
And even the bartender, one of the bartenders told us that he wasn't even aware that crash happened. He was working.
Yeah,
right?
shout out to Izzy. He helped us out. He was fantastic. But, he said the same thing.
Nick, when you went to high school, did you guys have police officers and cameras in the school?
We had cameras. We had a school resource officer when I was in high school,
Okay, maybe it was just because so I went to KMA Tech for high school.
Remember, prior to 911, security was so lax at the airport. I worked at the airport since 1985. I mean, remember the old OJ commercial running through the airport to get a Hertz car?
Well,
you didn't have to go through. Security was almost non-existent.
I mean, there was a time in this country that random people could just walk into the White House and meet the president. So, I mean, I think having more security and having, better be safe than sorry philosophy is a good thing. But again, maybe it's because when I was growing up, like I said, I went to a high school where, we had literal police officers in the school. You know what I mean? We had little cameras everywhere you turn. So maybe to me, I'm just used to it.
Well, how about a camera on this stat? Jalen Hurts has played 7 straight playoff games without turning the ball over.
It's fantastic.
Throw an interception, I should say.
It's a beautiful thing.
He did fumble. But he learned from that mistake, Dave Clement.
Yeah, there was a one in the last Super Bowl. The only mistake he had was that fumble, and then after that, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes by a long shot.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's not afraid of these situations.
Real quick, Dave, you did talk a little bit about the referees, and I think we would be remiss. Nick, we'll start with you. Like, do you think the league has talked to the officials and say, let's keep this game as fair? Because this is the biggest stage in the world, and you want to get it right.
I agree. I just want to see them keep the flags in the pocket. Like,
let them
if
play,
there's
right?
something, let them play today. I don't want to have it come down to a James Bradbury little bit of a tug at the end of the game, and then it creates all sorts of controversy. Just let them play. Keep the flags in the pocket. If something's so egregious, then throw it. Don't ruin the game. Don't let the officials control the game.
So, Dave, as a former player, you don't want the stripes to to determine what goes on in the game or
no,
not.
I don't. And if you watch college football, there's no stopping. There's no flags, and it's way more fun. The keep
the flags in the pocket,
except for it is not rigged, and there is no people.
I
These
just
refs
think they
are
make bad
ridiculed
calls. I don't think they're rigged.
like crazy.
I think there's sometimes stupid plays though too.
Just put the-
Like for example, and Dave can speak to this even better than I can. One of the things that maybe they taught you too, Billy. Or maybe you were too special because you were playing quarterback. But when you were taught the block over the years, right? You were told to either use your fists or keep your hands on the inside. I never understood why these offensive linemen keep grabbing the outside of guys' arms. Like, literally, we were taught when we were younger, and I've seen Stoutland teaching guys this in pregame. You take your fist, you put it up under their pad, and you hold them there. And they never throw the flag. Like, to me, if players just do their job, the Bill Belichick phrase, you know what I mean?
Dave, let me ask you this question. Do coaches go over that stuff with players about being aware, cognizant of
the problem is, and Josh, you bring up a good point, but the thing is, if you see your quarterback is going to get exposed and you know he's going to get hurt, I just put a hand on him just to slow it down. I don't want to see him get hurt. I'll take the penalty. That's what they do.
Yeah, but
sometimes.
see, to me, and maybe I'm crazy, if I'm going to take a penalty, I'm going to do something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if I know the guy's going to get by me and, like, I know my quarterback's going to get killed, I'm just going to clothesline the guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to get penalized anyway, I'm going to just assault you and get it over with. You know what I mean? I'm going to punish you.
You can get away with it every now. You'll see people get away with it, and that's what they hope for, is that somebody gets away with it. You didn't see it, but they're not very good at it because the officials are standing right next to these guys. And if the play goes away, they're not calling it. But if it affects the play, they're calling it.
My favorite ever happened to me. I don't know if it ever happened to you guys playing football. I was like 14 years old, and I was being sent from the safety on a blitz.
Right.
So the running back comes to block me, but instead of blocking me, he just like lowballs me, and makes it look like he's coming to block me with his hands on the inside and just lower shots me. And I went down like a ton of bricks.
All right, now on the other side, when we come back, we're going to be giving out. We're going to pick the winners for our giveaway contest. We got great Eagles merchandise, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They're excited to announce the opening of their 15-store location coming soon to the Ocean City Boardwalk, located between 8th and 9th Streets, directly across the famous music pier. Pro Image Sports will showcase their unique selection of officially licensed sports teams, hats, jerseys, clothing, and accessory items for men, women, and kids. Choose from famous brands like New Era, 47 Brands, Starter, and others. For more information on this and everything else they have to offer, log into fantreasures.com, and of course, be ready. If the Eagles win, Fan Treasures, and they'll be open till 1 a.m. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for tonight's big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, I want to tell you about just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick, where you wear their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up as we get serenaded by Kenny Curcio, Bleed Green. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, Josh Henning, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Clevick, Nicky Ershaw, as we broadcast live from the Chicken and the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Super Bowl 59 is on Westwood One.
The Philadelphia Eagles are headed to New Orleans. Now the Chiefs are on the doorstep of history, going for a third consecutive Super Bowl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Laura Oakman, Gene Steratore, Devin McCourty, and me for all the action right here.
Exclusively on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's home of Super Bowl 59.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
This Valentine's Day, forget the flowers and chocolates. Give her the gift she really wants, relaxation. Sea Spa Sanctuary at Tropicana is the perfect way to say, I love you. Treat her to the Co-Ed Element Sanctuary, a jacuzzi, dry sauna, and steam room. And for the ultimate indulgence, book her a chocolate massage or facial. It's sweet, luxurious, and calorie-free. Need an extra special touch? Grab a Sea Spa Sanctuary gift card and let her choose her perfect escape. Book now at Sea Spa Sanctuary at Tropicana.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to the Fanatic Sportsbook. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Chicken and the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles Super Bowl pregame show as we're listening to Kenny Curcio perform Bleed Green here. We got a great crowd getting ready. Everybody's having breakfast and getting some lather going here. Get ready to go. All right, real quick. Now it's time. We're going to pull out the winners. Now you have to be here. You have to be here in the Chicken or the Egg, at the Chicken or the Egg to win the shirt and the jerseys. I have 4 hats. I've got a winner hat. I've got 4 T-shirts, and the grand prize will be the Eagles Jalen Hurts jersey.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, you want to pick out the first one?
I can pick them out.
This is for a hat.
Haley Liskowski.
Pick
Haley Liskowski.
out a hat. You
Pick a
just
hat.
pick a hat.
Pick a hat.
You get a hat. Or if you want the program, you can have the program or the hat. All right, Dave, pick another one.
Yes.
Yeah. Any one of the hats. All right, who do you got, Dave?
All right, I got Robert.
Yes.
Hogus.
Robert Hogus. Robert Hogus.
Hulgas.
Robert Hogus, you've won.
875 Gulfview Road.
Okay. Got to be here to win the jerseys and the shirt. All right. Let's pick another one. You know what, Kenny? I'll let you know the name and you can say it so everybody can hear you. Go ahead. Pull another one.
Sorry. Samuel Barn.
Samuel Barn?
I can't
Samuel Barn. Is there a Samuel Barn here?
Let me Barron. Man, I went to Catholic school, so I have perfect penmanship. I can't
All right,
understand
I'm going to read the next
Your
one.
car's being towed, Samuel.
All right. Flo Ryan.
Oh, it's Danny's mom.
Oh, right. All right. You can have one of the hats. You get the program. All right. You can have a T-shirt. You want a T-shirt? Would you like an Eagles T-shirt? You can have whatever you want. It's one of those bags. Give her the T-shirt. All right. Real quick. Let's go over another one. Mike O.D.
Mike O.D.
Oh, there we go.
Baba Ganoush.
You can take a hat or a shirt. Hat or a T-shirt.
All right, keep it moving here.
All right.
He's got great hair. I'd go for the shirt.
All right.
Don't cover that hair.
Amy Teal. 527173. All right. That's you? All right. There you go. All right, there you go. Congratulations.
Well,
Hat
best dancer in here, too.
Or a T-shirt. Or a program. You can have the program. Or the winter hat. All right, here we go. Get another one.
Keep it moving.
Oh, Eliza Grace. Where is she? AG, what are you going to get? You want the hat? Or you want?
Oh, my God.
There's some nepotism going on in here.
No, it's not. I just picked it out.
That was
all right. And now, Lauren. Just Lauren. Lauren.
We just have a Lauren.
Lauren.
She's too famous.
There he is.
Just put the first name.
Yeah, just
Where's
a one
Lauren?
name like Madonna.
One name.
Where's Lauren?
One name?
One name.
One name?
All right, she gets
She's
got to wait.
all right. She's got to wait. All right, real quick. Katie Mathis.
You go,
Oh, she
Katie.
gets another
name.
one. All right, real quick. I want to thank the people at the Chicken or the Egg. We're up against it. We're gonna have to go. We'll pick out the jersey in a few minutes. Josh, thank you for everything you do. Dave Clement, as always, we appreciate you, brother. Nicky Earnshaw.
Of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Really quick, Nick, what's the final score?
34-26.
Dave Clement.
34-31 Eagles.
38-30 Eagles.
I got 27-21 Eagles.
I want to thank Kenny Curcio for playing Bleed Green, 27-17, performing Bleed Green. I want to thank Scott Grayson from Fox News, Fox 29, and then also the Fantasy Football Guru. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Let's go, Birds! And I'll enjoy the game, and I'll see you next Saturday.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
I'm Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike